Sid's in Memphis. Hi, Sid. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Huge fan. How are you doing?
Great, man. How can we help?
Yeah, so me and my fiance are in a little rut. She got in an accident back right before Christmas of last year. And it was during the time where I was also out of work with COVID. I was out of work for about 6 weeks. And she ended up getting in an accident. They determined her 50-50 at fault. Then car was totaled out. She still had a lien on the car for $16,000.
She didn't have insurance?
She was currently in between insurances. She was switching over from, I think she was with Progressive, and she got a better rate with
Why did she
another
cancel?
insurance.
Why did she cancel one before she got the other in place?
Well, she didn't cancel. She was switching them over, but before they switched her over, they said that she had some $200 fee before she could switch over. But it made no sense to us because she went ahead and paid 6 months in advance. And I don't understand where the $200 came from. Every time I tried to contact them before the accident, I had asked, I said, where's this $200 coming from? They said, well, we'll transfer you over to someone that may be able to help you, and it just disconnected the line.
Why didn't you just cancel the insurance and go buy some? I mean, you don't need to be running around with that car insurance. So how much does she owe on this direct wreck?
The wreck, she was, like I said, it was 50-50 at fault. She still had $16,000 left to pay on her car. And they towed it to a wrecker, and they were holding on to it in the meantime. From what the report said, it seemed like the other person was at fault because they turned on a green with no protected turn, and she was going straight. She turned down in front of my fiance, and they said, no, she's 50-50 at fault. We're not going to cover anything on her car. So that entire ordeal took about another month and a half, and just going back and forth with them. And in that month and a half, storage fees accrued. The payment's still due on the car. The storage fees went up to around $2,500 on top of what was owed on the car. I was out for, like I said, 6 weeks with COVID, so I had to start dipping into savings just to make ends meet. And she's in the process of filing for bankruptcy.
Oh, crap, no. Whoa. You don't file bankruptcy on $16,000.
Uh-huh.
No. Has she signed the papers?
No.
Don't sign them. That's absurd. Absolutely not. Is she working?
She only brings in about $950 to $1,000 a month.
Why?
That's just what they pay her right now.
Why?
And I told her
Why does she stay there? That sucks.
Yeah. I have no idea. I guess she's just gotten so used to being there. I don't know. I told her she needs to leave and get something else.
How old are you guys?
I'm 25. She is 24.
When are you getting married?
We've pushed it back. We had it set for next year, winter of next year, but we're pushing it back because of this whole situation.
Yeah. What do you make?
I make about $3,000 a month. I work in construction.
Okay. All right.
And we also have 2 kids together. We have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Okay.
I'm sorry, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old.
You need to call the pastor and go get married this weekend. You're completely married. You have kids. You're living together. You're doing everything else. And the fact that you're not married is just silly. That you're pushing this back, saving up for a wedding. It's just dumber than a rock. I mean, you need to go ahead and get this done. All right. And this is killing y'all. And so you got a big daycare bill.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So she needs to change careers, and you need to pick up an extra job, and then you need to start negotiating a settlement with the storage guy and with the car, and get rid of the car, get the car gone, start working with the bank and settle with them. You can probably settle this for, probably sell a storage bill for a quarter of what he's asking, and probably settle the car deal for a quarter of what they're asking, because you don't have any money and they're about to repo the car. Tell him to get the car repoed and get it sold and get it off his lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or tell him to get rid of it. I don't care. Somebody needs to get rid of it. Here's the thing. Everything you described in this whole story, everything happened to you all because you were passive and stood around and watched it all happen.
All right.
You stood back and expected this to, like the cavalry was going to come and fix this for you. You got to get game on here, man. Game on. Like, get this mess cleaned up yesterday. Get some new jobs. Get some new income coming in. Get this car done. Get on the phone with the storage guy and go, look, what do we do to get rid of this car? I don't know how to do it, but I'm done, and I'm not paying you $2,000. I'll work with you, but I don't have any money. I'm a poor construction worker with a couple of kids, and I ain't got any money, so good luck collecting that. No, we're not filing bankruptcy on $16,000. You guys are in this mess because you've been passive and watched all this stuff happen to you, and you need to get like in engagement mode on every one of these issues. First, you were passive and stood around, watched the insurance run out, which caused the whole mess, and waiting on somebody over $200, and then you got hung up on, and instead of just firing their butt and going and getting a new insurance guy, you're going, well, I got hung up on, so now you don't have insurance. You got to go get insurance right now. Every minute that you go without car insurance, you're asking to get in this kind of a mess. But now you're there. So every minute you don't deal with a storage guy, every minute you don't deal with this car company, and every minute you don't go see the pastor and get married, and every minute she stays in this stupid but horrible job that she's got is ridiculous. She's making nothing in a culture where freaking Target's paying $20 an hour. $20 an hour. Go work at Target. Go work at Walmart. They're paying $15 an hour. A whole lot more than she's making.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, Sid, but what I'm hearing overall, we need to be proactive instead of reactive. You guys are letting life happen to you, letting Murphy just take over. You got to own your life. Get a fire under your butts. Get those jobs. Get this debt cleaned up, and realize bankruptcy is not the answer. This is not the fix that you think it's going to be.
Please don't file bankruptcy on $16,000.
And if she needs some encouragement, have her listen to the fine print, episode 8, Is Bankruptcy a Quick Fix for Struggling Americans? I think that will get her to step away from this ledge.
Yeah, and well, you know, you're not bankrupt. You're broke. There's a difference. And you're not making any money, and you're not aggressively handling it. Stephen Covey in his book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People says the number one habit of people who are highly effective, number one of the 7, is they're proactive. They happen to things. Things don't happen to them. And so everybody gets victimized by something at different times in our lives. Everyone has stuff happen to them. That happens all the time. But living that way as a pattern is going to cause you nothing but stress and pain. And so you're going to have to switch the script on this. Write a new story, as John Deloney says. Hang on. We're going to send you a copy of Ken Coleman's book, From Paycheck to Purpose, for her to read because she needs a new job, and you need an extra job, some more overtime so you're making more money. Construction's booming right now.